Good morning, everybody. Welcome to My Creative Time with Emma, and also welcome to another Scrappy Monday. Remember, I had started, I think 2 Mondays ago, our Scrappy Monday layout challenges. So today we are doing another one, and the challenge is for us to create any kind of layout pages, like any size, I should say. It could either be 6 by 6, 8 by 8, or 12 by 12. Excuse me. And today I am doing an 8 by 8 layout. And the challenge is for you to use buttons on your layout, but for you to also only use one picture on your layout, not several, just one. Okay, so that's the challenge, to use one picture on your layout as well as add some buttons anywhere. Okay, so anyways, what I am using today, I am using the cartridge for my page today, the fancy frames, and I took this image right there and I went ahead and I resized it. What I did was I wanted it to be like the size of, I have it 7 3/4, which it says 7.74, and that's close enough. But 7 3/4 by 7 3/4, and that's going to be one of the layers because I'm going to do an 8 by 8 layout. And what I want to do is hide that little circle. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my Advanced tab here. Oops, and then I'm going to click on this little one that looks like photo corners. I'm going to hide that center right there, okay? So that could be gone. So I'm going to have, so let me kind of get you a little idea here. And I love actually designing layouts into my Gypsy because it just makes life so much easier. I'm going to go ahead and hide that center right there, okay? And then what I'm going to do with this one, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this square on another page, so this way I can move stuff around, okay, because it'll be hard for me to move it around if I have it on this side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the little plus sign. It's going to give me another layer. I'm going to click on copy, and it's going to be right there. Just as long as you have it highlighted on the other page, and then if you click on copy, it'll automatically copy over. If you don't have it highlighted, then it won't copy over. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I turned on my real dial size and I turned off the yellow link because I want it a true size. I want it to be 8 by 8. Okay. Okay, so there goes my 8 by 8 layout right there. And then I'm going to go to my layer 1, okay? Oops. Right there. Actually, is it layer 2? Yeah. Okay, you see how I have, oh, you know what? Actually, let me erase that little one right there. Okay, you see how I have the background? You can see the square of the 8 by 8 layout. And then I have my shape right in the center, okay? And then what I'm going to do, let me turn off those, oops, sorry guys. My doogies must be hearing something outside. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go to a different layer here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put, I want a circle size picture for mine, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that right there, okay? And then I want it to be, I'm going to actually copy it over. So I'm going to click on my Advanced tab, click on the Copy tab, and move one over, okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on the photo corners because I'm going to remove the inside there, okay? Because I want to use this as a layer, and this is going to be a bigger layer, so this way this could layer right on top of that. But before I could do that, I'm going to get rid of that center circle on that one as well. Now I could leave it, but there's too much of a gap right there in between, so I don't want to do that. I'd rather just make it where it could be just slightly bigger, okay? I mean, this is going to be slightly smaller. I don't want too much of a gap, if that makes sense. I may even change my mind by the time I get to my layout, how I want this laid out. But the picture I have is approximately 4.5 inches across, so I'm just going to count the squares. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this looks like it's 5.5. So I'm just going to kind of shrink that a little. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Yeah, that looks about right. And this one I'm probably going to go down just a tad as well. So let me see how that layers. Yeah, that layers up pretty good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to unhide all of my layers in the background so you could see everything. So what I'm going to do, you can see the square layout, then I have the shape right there, and then I have my circles are going to be off to the right here. It looks like a mess right now, but you'll get the whole gist of it when I show you how I got this together, okay? So let's go ahead and get to our layout. Okay, I'm actually kind of pressed for time here. I have the boys home now for summer, so I'm going to make my videos quicker than usual. So I put my layout together already, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I used, okay? I used one of the stamp sets called Cherish This Moment, and the sentiments I used in this one was A Day to Remember, If Only Time Could Stand Still, and Adorbs. I love that one there, okay? And then I also used my favorite sayings. And the one sentiment I used for this one is I love you with all my heart. And then I went ahead and I used my tag dies, and it comes with a set of 2 tags on one die, and this came with my last release. Okay, and then the 2 paper pads I used this was the Lost and Found Rosie by My Mind's Eye. And then I basically just used this bottom pattern, the one that has like the little lines, so I could do some journaling on there. And then I also used another one called Craft Fun Day by My Mind's Eye. And this one is like my favorite one in the whole wide world, because look at all that beautiful, beautiful craft colored cardstock. That has patterns on it. Okay, so that's all of the stuff I use. Oh, and I also use this one here. This is the Holiday Mix Vintage. I probably have almost all the colors from Paper Tray Ink, but this one always stays on my desk for some reason. These are my go-to buttons right here, okay? So I keep those on my desk. So anyways, this is what my layout turned out to be. Didn't it come out super duper cute? Sorry, I had to plug in my camera. Let me move the cord. It was dying there for a quick minute. Okay, so what I did, as you could see, I just basically put everything down already. This is the tag, and I went ahead and did some stamping. Used some jute and some, the burlap is from Liz's Boutique, Liz's Paper Loft Boutique. I will have a link to that on my blog. And then since my boys' favorite colors, Anthony's favorite color is green, baby Aaron's favorite color is blue, I went ahead and I added those buttons. I went ahead and I did it to each end because I thought it would just look, just to kind of balance it out. And then I land up not layering it. Remember I told you I might change my mind when it came to the actual layout. All I did was I just kind of moved the bigger circle up there and then move this downward. Now a little tip about the circle on your picture. You could go ahead and cut out, and I didn't have time to figure it out. Like I said, I'm kind of pressed for time right now, but there is a feature on your Cricut. That's why I miss my old Cricut, because it was so much simpler. I didn't have to read any directions. I couldn't figure it out on my E2 quick enough to get this done for you. But there is a way you could do a center point, and you could print out your picture, put it on your Cricut mat, and there's a center point, and it'll just go ahead and cut the amount you need around it. But instead, what I did was I just cut out using one of my old papers. And what I did was I just traced it on to the picture and I just cut it out. And that's how I got the smaller circle. So this was cut with my Cricut. I could have done that in the Cricut as well using that center point feature, but unfortunately I didn't have time to figure that out quick enough. Okay, so this is where I did all of my sentiments. A day to remember. I love you with all my heart. Adorbs, because I think my boys are. They're so beautiful. And then If Only Time Could Stand Still. Now, I've been wanting to scrapbook this picture. Of course, they're not this young anymore, but I've been wanting to scrapbook this picture like forever now, because this is my favorite picture of them, of when my nephew got married. And they just looked so stinking cute. Look at that. He is just, both of them just have that beautiful smile. And I never forget baby Aaron's little teeth. All his teeth were gone all at once in his front, on his front top teeth in his mouth. So anyways, So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put this in a shadow box, and since it matches my craft room, I'm going to probably definitely display it here on top of my craft table so I could have this. This is one of my favorite pictures of them with their little tuxedos on. So anyways, everybody, I hope you all participate in the challenge, and don't forget, I'm still having a sale in my store, and if you use the code MEMORIAL, you will go ahead and get 10% off your entire order. And there's no limit. You don't have to spend a certain limit to get it, and that ends tonight, so you still have some time to do that. Okay, everybody? So I cannot wait to see what all of you create with your layouts using one picture along with some buttons. Okay, everybody, have a fabulous day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. Happy Memorial Day. Bye-bye.